street and it's, you're going down the street and you can see, yeah, you're still here.
everybody. Welcome to what is the final Tuba Bach Presents MSU program of the 2022-23 year. Have seen lots of you at some of the previous concerts. We started in November with Professor Rick Fracker was here with Elvin Little, and then 4 weeks of piano in January, jazz octets in February. What did we have in March? Saxophone, yeah. And so here we are, end of the season with members of the Percussion Studio. Super happy to have you all here for that. Normally on these, I just have a chance to talk and introduce at the very beginning and turn things over. It might be that way today, but I came up here to the microphone, realized that my page of notes is in the back. So if it turns out I go back and check them and there was something really important that I forgot, I'll be back later. So, want to thank Emmanuel Lutheran Church for this wonderful space where our new home for Tuba Bach. It's not really new, we've been here for a few years now, but we just love being here. And so thank you so much to Emmanuel for sharing their space with us. Thank you to all of you, all of our supporters, individuals and businesses. Especially want to thank some of our platinum sponsors. The Michigan Arts and Culture Council takes very good care of us, and the National Endowment for the Arts is also a part of that. Ferris State University, this program, especially the series, the Michigan State University College of Music, we're happy to be partnering with them for a second year. I think that's what I have to say about that, but thanks, I don't mean to leave anybody off. And in your program there are lots of advertisers, lots of sponsors and individuals and all that, so we appreciate you. If you would like to be a part of that and you're not, we're happy to talk to you about that afterwards. See me or one of our board members and we can help you with that. I guess since I'm on that, on your way out, my old tubas are by the door. They take donations and we appreciate that too. Want to thank Paul Hillman, who is over here at Command Central making sure that the live stream works today. So thank you to Paul, and Jeff Gabalis helps out with all of the tech stuff as well. Adriana and Jane got you in the door. A special thanks to Noah for helping set up a lot of the stuff that's here so that we could have the concert today. I think that was mostly my list of things I needed to talk about. You have on the back of the insert in your program, there's a full schedule of what's happening in 2023 with Tuba Bach. Summer concert on June 18th, Father's Day, the whole festival, the 23andD Festival in September and October, and then Christmas with Haywood Banks. It's going to be a whole lot of fun in December. That part is there. I think mostly the other stuff that I have to say is about this concert. A couple people asked me on the way in, no, this is not the entire MSU Percussion Studio. There are 8 of you that came up, plus Kevin, 8 students, Kevin. There are, if I remember this right, 2 folks that are just about to graduate from their undergraduate program both in percussion performance. 1 master's student, and the rest of you, I think, are all DMA students, yeah? So that is the mix that you have here today. Professor Gwen Dees and John Weber are down in East Lansing. They were here last year with the group. They both, when I was down yesterday, sent their greetings and wish they could be here. They're not, but you get Kevin Jones here, who is in charge of an awful lot of stuff and doing a great job. So we, as I think most of you know, have a special connection to the percussion department, especially down at Michigan State, and very much appreciate all that you guys do, and thanks for coming up again. So the first half hour or so of the program, you got 4 individuals doing marimba pieces. I just want to point out, I probably shouldn't point out, there's a music stand that's over there on the side. It's only being used once for the whole entire afternoon. That's by my kid. Everybody else memorized what they were doing. I just want to say, the one piece that had to have music is the one piece that's actually composed by the kid that's playing it, and he still needs music. Sorry, just thought I'd point that out in case you wondered why it was there, because nobody else is really using it for anything, but Noah is. So there you go. So I'm going to have each of them, Catherine and Angel and Corey and Noah, will each talk a little bit about the piece that they're going to play, and then there's some. I think you're all going to be able to hear just fine. There's some subtle nuances and things that happen with the marimba. After that portion of the program, when that moves off to the side and the drumming happens, you will be able to hear. Okay? I know that there have been programs when people have said, how come you don't have the hearing loop hooked up because we can't hear all of the performances? For you people, I hope you're here today. Okay? You'll be just fine. And this is so awesome. It was down Down in Lansing yesterday, one fun fact, all these drums that are here on stage fit in the back of a minivan with the front seat scrunched all the way up so there's no room for knees or anything like that. All of this can fit in a minivan. Gonna go back tomorrow. I hope it fits again. And I can't remember why it was that I told you that. There was probably a reason, and I don't know. So, yes, enjoyed the first half. Kevin will explain what's going on with the second half. And, oh, I know why I told you that, because I was in Lansing yesterday and had a little preview of this program on Angel's senior recital was yesterday, and these folks played for the last 15 minutes or so of it, and it was absolutely amazing. It's fantastic to hear, it's fantastic to watch, and also to just feel, because it goes through every part of it. It's amazing. So, enjoy. Thank you so much for coming, and have a good time. And Catherine, you're up.
Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you so much for being here today. It's so nice to see a lot of people. So first piece on the program is Prelude for Cello Suite in C major by Johann Sebastian Bach. I know we have Tuba Bach Festival, but this will be Tuba Bach. Yeah, so a little bit about Prelude is like opening of a piece. So it's such a privilege to open a piece with great music on marimba. I hope you can enjoy. Thank you.
that I'm going to play is called Over the Rainbow, arranged by Robert Tomo. And this is a take on Over the Rainbow from The Wizard of Oz. And it includes a lot of cool jazzy harmonies and some quasi-improvisation that sort of spices things up a little bit. So one of my favorite pieces that I've played and one of my favorite pieces to listen to. So hope you enjoy it.
name's Corey Doran. I'm going to play the prelude from the 6th Bach cello suite. This is my favorite of the cello suites, and it's just a lot of fun. The first movement is pretty lively. So.
Hello, I'm Noah. I'm Ed's son. We've been listening to a lot of Bach. One of Bach's favorite things to write were sets of prelude and fugue, or fantasy and fugue, or toccata and fugue, or whatever. He liked pairing things with fugues. So this next piece is 2 movements from my set of 12 marimba etudes, and this is a fantasy and fugue.
back. I thought I could do it. So two things. One is this is for everybody that's here, and also if you're watching online, our annual spring mailings. You guys can move stuff while I'm talking here. I'm just trying to kill time to help with these. Our annual spring mailing is about to go out. If you're not on the list, there are some slips out in the lobby. That doesn't really help if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, I guess. But they're there in the lobby if you would like to be on the list. If you are online and would like to, best bet would be to email mallet@tubabach.org. I think that address is on the website, but MALLETT@tubabach.org, and we will get you on the mailing list. The other thing, this is just for you here, I'm assuming. If you're watching online, this is just weird. But I got a message that there may be a tan Subaru out in the parking lot, something to do with flashers. I don't know, this is going to depend on who wants to go out and see what the flashers are. I think all it was just the lights. At any rate, if it's your tan Subaru, you may want to be concerned either way. There you go.
It's the best part of the concert when you see things moving around, right? My name is Kevin Jones. I'm a professor at the MSU Percussion Studio. And Imbote. Imbote means hello in Lingala. This portion of the program, we're going to be featuring some traditional Congolese drumming. Just a little bit about these fantastic students. I see how hard they work and what goes into them being able to process all of the information they're given over the course of a semester, 2 semesters, 8 semesters. You know, they're quite extraordinary, and I've just wanted to say this to begin with because they're quite inspiring, you know. So a little bit about what we do at MSU. So these drums that you see before you, these are various hand drums. Some of them are what would you call, this drum is a conga drum. They're not bongos, okay? Just to be clear, right? These are conga drums, and you have some djembe drums, which are from West Africa. Right in front, you have like what they call a cajon, which is made out of all wood. That one, yeah. Which is, there's its own history. And in the back here, you see what they call a set of doom-dooms, which also go with the djembe orchestra. So first, we're going to do a couple of pieces from the Congolese diaspora, the Congo Kingdom. A little history about the hand drum in America. In 1738, there was a rebellion called the Stono Rebellion. And slaves rebelled. It was this in South Carolina. And slaves rebelled and used the drum to carry off this event. From that point on, the hand drum was actually illegal to play in the United States. Let me say that again. The hand drum, well, it was illegal to play one of these drums in the United States, right? So African peoples, people of different African cultures came to the United States, were cut off from that particular culture. It survived to varying degrees in other parts of the world, of the Caribbean, of the New World, I should say, of the Caribbean, like Cuba, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Honduras, Suriname, Venezuela, Colombia, Brazil. So, in the United States, the drum has always been thought of as ancillary in the percussion world, right? So I'm quite honored to be able to teach various cultures that I have learned over the past 53 years that I've been playing music, right? So without further ado, we're going to present two rhythms with some music. If you don't like noise, loud noise, just cover your ears. Right? So, so we hope you enjoy. Oh yama, oh yama, oh yama, yama, babo, yama, oh lingo, oh gama be. Maki ye dumba me. Oh yama, oh yama, oh yama, yama, babo, yama, oh lingo, oh gama be. Maki ye dumba me. Oh yama, oh yama, oh yama, yama, babo, yama, oh lingo, oh gama be. Hey ya. Say ya. Say ya. Say ya. Say ya. Yeah, bala, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh yeah, oh yeah. Yeah, bala, oh yeah, yeah. Oh, 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 oh. lot of folks up here, right, with a lot of drums. So that's Congolese drumming. Everybody knows what Congo is, right? Kind of? Think of what one. The first slaves that went to Cuba were from Congo in the early 1500s. And they brought with them various traditions. So this is sort of the reason why we do this progression. Right? So various traditions affected the music in Cuba, which you know. So we're going to do 3 selections. One is called bimbe. So whenever you hear a word that begins with MBE, MBA, MBO, like mambo, samba, bimbe, right? Those are words from Congo Kingdom, right? MBA, right? So mba, samba, mambo, rumba, right? These are words that were derived from those particular languages. So we're going to feature Mr. Angel Hernandez on some things, right? And Corey and maybe some other folks too. So we're going to do bimbe, what we call bimbe 6/8, which is sort of it's a sacred rhythm to call for the saints or for the gods, what they call orisha. The next rhythm is rumba, mantanza rumba, rumba wawanko, from the Mantanza region of Cuba. And last is comparsa, which is like a parade rhythm, like get together and they party. So rumba is also a party too. So those last 2 rhythms are actually secular rhythms. So I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much. So, while we shift gears here, I'd like to introduce each of the members of our ensemble. This young man right here, and I use that term loosely, Mr. Trevor Else. I've known Trevor about 3 years. So I actually started at MSU during COVID, and when we couldn't go in, and we had to like teach classes over Zoom, and a lot of times they were in the room and they had masks on. So when I finally met him, I was like, "Oh, you're Trevor," and so when we went outside, I had no idea what he looked like, you know. Like you meet people during COVID and you don't know what they look like, right? Because they always have masks on, right? So anyway, Trevor Else. Ethan Strickland, one of our DNA. Angel Hernandez. Evan Moore. Catherine Lee. Of course, Corey Durant. And Michael Giunta, right? Is that how you say his last name? Giunta? Like Juneteenth? I mean, Giunta? Huh? Ginta. Oh, like Ginta. Michael Ginta, everybody. I just call him Michael. Like we don't do like attendance sheets and call out your name like we did in 5th grade. You know, so. Anyway, so we're gonna move on, right? And so each one of these segments that we're doing today are representative of different drum cultures, right? So we also have a drum culture here in the United States, right? That came out of New Orleans with the parade drums, or drums like snare drums and big bass drums and stuff. And then when they went into the clubs, they had to find a way to play a drum set, which is kind of what we do here. You know, like this is kind of, you know, they instead of having 5, 6, 7, 8 people play, only one person could play inside of a club. So eventually that's how the drum set was formed. So we do have a drum culture, but we don't have a hand drum culture here in the United States. And so I'm trying to develop that. That's my goal in life, is to develop our own hand drum culture.
Doing a good job.
Oh, thanks. Appreciate that. Anyway, so the djembe orchestra is made up of djembes, as you see here. Angel's holding one up. Very special drum that was that's from the Mali Empire. Have you ever heard of the Mali Empire? No? How about the Roman Empire? Oh, okay. How come you ain't heard of the Mali Empire? What's up with that? So the Mali Empire encompassed obviously Mali, Guinea, parts of Senegal and Sierra Leone, Liberia, parts of Cote d'Ivoire, and Burkina Faso. It extended. It was a huge, huge area, and the people and the language varied, and lines got drawn as colonization happened, right? But the Mali Empire. This drum is from the Mali Empire, and it's accompanied actually by a set of what we call dun-dun drums, which is the kankani, which, yeah, you can't really hold it. You got to hold up the whole chair. the sangban, which is the middle drum, and the dundumba, which Ethan is playing. So we're going to play a series of rhythms for you, very different in nature and in sound texture, and I hope you enjoy it. So the first piece is Manjani, and then we're going to do, well, it's in your program. Thank you all so much for coming out. Appreciate it.
Thank
Bakumani balakumanye mina falela akadoye juleke juguke mina falela Bakumani balakumanye mina falela akadoye juleke juguke mina falela So we actually, that rhythm is called Sunu. It's actually from Mali. When but they changed it when they started to do ballets representing the culture coming out of Guinea. They took that rhythm and speeded up and made it into 4/4 time. But the real Sunu is played in 6. So we played both of them for you. So for our last piece, we're going to do. I like to talk, so y'all in trouble. For our last piece, we're going to do a piece called Zauli, and usually goes before a rhythm called kuku or some other rhythms. But Zauli is a mass dance from Cote d'Ivoire, and each village has their own mask. Each family has their own mask inside each village. It comes from the Goro people. We do a combination of arrangement on this piece. One is by Mamadi Keita, and one is from my teacher. So I throw a little bit of both. One of my teacher, Dr. Joby Simon. So this is for them, for my teachers, and for you. Okay? He's hiding in the corner. Just don't
What should I do, Ed? We could go. Take a nap. I got in at 3 this morning, so. Huh? Okay, you gotta come, you gotta sign up and go to MSU. We'll answer some questions out afterwards, for sure, one-on-one. Thank you guys for coming out. Ladies and gentlemen, Trevor Elves.